What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy C with another episode of C's Retro Garage, coming to you once again from outer space and the 2/3 restricted zone of FEMA Region 4. Today we are going to tackle a modern problem, which is how to change the serpentine belt on one of these guys. This one happens to be a 2014 Buick Encore. Now, if you own one of these guys, there's no difference in the engine between this guy, a Chevy Trax, Chevy Cruze, and shit, it could be several other cars have the same 1.4 liter turbo engine. If you got this guy, chances are that's what you got. There is one more engine option. I don't for the Encore. It's a little bit nicer option. I don't remember exactly if it was also a 1.4 or might be 1.6, 1.8. Shit, I don't know, man. Too many decimals. But we're gonna get started on this guy, knock him out. Let's get to it. Okay, for those that are unfamiliar, this is what the engine bay of a Buick Encore looks like. There's the 1.4 turbo. The turbo actually hides right down there behind that heat shield. This is the same exact platform for a Chevy Cruze, for a Chevy Trax. And again, excuse my ignorance, but I'm pretty sure it's probably the same platform for several cars. Take whatever opinion you want from it. I've never had any major issues with this car. It's been a great little car. It's been an awesome car. All cars need their little maintenance, and what we're doing today is replacing the serpentine belt on this guy. As you can tell, it's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass because this whole air cleaner assembly's got to come out. Excuse the lighting because it is pretty close to sunset, so we are working in the garage here, and my neighbor is having a freaking party, so good for them. So before we get started, as always, make sure you got your tools. Since we're in the garage, we're gonna go with our tools at random. We'll call them out as we use them. Most importantly, as always, you gotta spark one so that you're ready. Shout out to Oliva Cigar Company. But we're gonna jump into this guy right now, as well as doing our little due diligence to check all the fluids and stuff like that. Make sure everything is in good, solid working order, and let's get to it. Okay, so the first step is going to be getting this sensor out of here, since we're definitely going to have to pull out the air cleaner. So with your little wedge tool, I use this little guy. This pops up. You can use a flathead. You don't have to use this thing. You can use a flathead, whatever. We'll pry this up. And this guy just will pull right up. Sometimes you got to work it a little bit. There we go. Just a little note, make sure you're pressing, I should say, right here when you pull this guy up and just detach. There's another way to do it if you're a little bit squeamish about yanking, because you see this could kind of move a little. It's a two-piecer. Just unscrew here and here and pull the entire sensor out. The reason you want to keep it in there is you want to keep the sensor safer from dirt and dust and all types of ill shit. But other than that, do it that way. It's the easier way. Next is going to come the air cleaner. Now the air cleaner does have two screws right here. One there's there, one there. They are Phillips. That's it. It just basically comes up. This is just like a little latch that it goes into and under when you sit it down. And just pull this guy out. You're gonna have to pull out the snorkel as well. This, I believe, just kind of clips off once you pull it out. So let's get to that as well. Shouldn't be too bad. All right, so now we got the air cleaner off. Sorry, but it's just much easier to remove it from here. It's just, you know, one quick flat head. Cover it up to protect it. As you can see though, if this is what you think it is, yeah, this is actually the engine mount. So you actually have to undo the engine mount to change the serpentine. Isn't that a freaking bitch? I mean, serious bitch. If you were wondering how you take off the air cleaner assembly, it's real easy. It's just some grommets, kind of like a pecker and snatch. Just goes right in there and there, and then this just pulls out here. The snorkel pulls right out. But yeah, you gotta undo the motor mount just to be able to get to it. I believe, just from the looks of it, those look like 15 millimeter nuts. That's what it looks like all around. Just checking this guy out, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3 on top, and there might be a couple that are actually on the engine itself. I honestly, looking at this, I'm gonna try it this way. I honestly don't think you gotta take this whole thing apart. And that's what we do here at SC's Retro Garage. We try to find ways around the quote-unquote recommended specs. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's impossible, but sometimes it's not. It looks like this part of the mount here will loosen just enough. So let me take a good look with the flashlight, see what we can see. If we can get the flashlight going here. No, camera's being a little bitch with us, so I'm gonna have to put it down, take a good look, and see if we can get just enough. Because I mean, it's a belt, guys. I mean, look at this. Yeah, it's skinny, you know. Look, you know, it's the Phillips is thicker. It's a little bit thicker than the belt itself. So it looks like if we can get these bolts out, we can get just enough space that we can slide this in and out. My only concern would be the tension pulley. The tension pulley might just be resting right under that mount, and just, you know, make it no question that you're gonna have to just remove the entire assembly. But let me get a better look at it and you know, get right back to it. But as far as this setup to remove a serpentine, it is
bullshit, Mr. Handman.
Okay, and thanks to the magic of time and or video, we got to take a good look at it. Now, believe it or not, I'm not gonna say no. You can't do this. You cannot do this the way I said you can do it. The tensioner is actually right there. The only way you can really get around this goddamn thing is really going to be from the bottom. I do have a wrench right here. A little bit angled. That's a little bit angled. I don't know how well you can actually see, but it's right about there, okay, where you would be able to loosen this guy if you're going to get it up. Here's the thing. A lot of times we learn as we go. We fly blind. A good technician, a good mechanic never gives up, but he does have to pick his battles. Again, guys, I might look young and sound young, but I'm 43 years old. My eyesight is not what it used to be. I just don't have enough lighting here in the garage. This is gonna take, I'd say, an hour if you're taking your time chilling, and that's with plenty of light, When you got daylight, it is dark now outside. We just don't have sufficient lighting. So you gotta know when to hold them, and you gotta know when to fold them, and you gotta know when to walk away, know when to run. Now we're not running, but we are gonna hold them for daylight. That's the best advice I could give anybody at this point. Now, if you got great lighting, like you got some high-powered lighting, unfortunately I don't. I haven't invested in it, and it's really stupid because I really should. Until you run into a scenario like this, when you're a guy and you get a little older, it's when you realize, like, oh shit, I really need more light. The good news is, at the time of this recording, it's Labor Day weekend. We got lots of time. So we're going to wrap it up for tonight. We'll pick this up tomorrow during the day. It's gonna be hot as hell outside, but that's okay because the sun is our friend and he is on our side. And we'll resume tomorrow. So peace out. Have a beer. You got your guy. Relax, chill, and enjoy dinner. Get ready to tackle this sucker tomorrow morning. Wait, not done yet? No. I mean, why do it tomorrow when you can do this part of it today? Guys. Check your fluids. You might as well do it now. This way it's one less thing you got to do tomorrow. So, make use of your time.